Want to just like hook up with a bartender. Here's the picture. I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. And turns out he given me a fake number. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lo, and I have a series on my channel called Fella Friday where I talk about a different type of fella or boy that I've encountered in my dating life each Friday. So let's just jump right into it. It is a gloomy, rainy day in Amsterdam today, and I was thinking, what story do I want to tell? And I was thinking back to happier summer days. So today's story is all about the guys you meet on vacation. So these are like more than one story in one, but it's all about one vacation. So for this, we have to jump all the way back to September 2015. Another old story, I promise I'll do a more recent one next week, but for now, we're gonna jump back to an older story. So it was September 2015. I was a senior in high school and I went to Ibiza for a long weekend with my parents and my best friend. So basically, it was my mom's birthday and we were gonna go celebrate it there because my parents like really loved it there. And they were like, you can invite a friend, so I invited my best friend. So we got there on a Thursday night and we like really wanted to go out. We were not 18 at the time, which you did need to be to go out, but we had fake IDs and my parents were cool with it. I have really cool parents. So we got tickets the first night when we got there to go to Pasha. So you have to imagine we like left after school and we got to Ibiza at like I think 7 or 8 p.m. and that night at like 1 a.m. we were gonna go to Pasha, which is like one of the most famous clubs in Ibiza. So we are feeling ourselves like we're gonna go out. We're wearing like short dresses. I'm wearing like high heels. And we went to the event called Fuck Me I'm Famous with David Guetta. So it was like a cool event as well. We were like, yes. So the first guys that we met there, we walk in there and we were pretty early. I think we probably went around 12. Like we didn't know that like Ibiza, like going out life is so much later. And so we might have even gone around like 11:30. I don't even know, but we were early. So it really wasn't busy inside yet. And at Pasha, you also have like an outdoor area. So we went to the outdoor area, we grabbed a drink and we're just like standing by the bar kind of drinking. Like there was a few people, but not really that many. So I want to talk about the first type of guy that we met here, and that was the bartender. So we're standing there, we're ordering drinks, and there are two bartenders behind the outdoor bar at Pasha. One of them is like a little bit older, like not really attractive, but like seemed nice. Like he had like a nice smile. And one of them was like really young, really hot, like could have been an Abercrombie model. Like this man was so attractive. So my best friend, she has her eyes set on him. She's like, yes. So we're trying to like talk to him and he does not speak a word of English. Like literally we were asking him questions and like he was like, he couldn't even say yes or no. Like he literally did not speak any English. So it's super like empty. So the other bartender comes and talks to us too. And he does speak English. So he's kind of like translating for us. So I'm like taking one for the team. I'm talking to the other bartender. And so we're like saying, yeah, my friend is interested in like this bartender. Like, can you tell him that? So then he was like translating back to us that the bartender thought my friend was cute. And I feel like this is such a typical girl thing, like you want to just like hook up with a bartender. I don't even know why. So at a certain point the other bartender, the one who does speak English, goes like, oh we almost have a break coming up, or like my friend has a break coming up. So I'm like, okay girl, this is your shot. So the other bartender, the Spanish one, or the one who only speaks Spanish, like jumps over the bar and is like, break time, but like he doesn't say anything because he can only speak English, and he like grabs my friend's hand and like drags her off. And I was like, well, what do I do? I'm all by myself now. But I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna let them like have their moment, but I'm gonna like follow them because safety first. So there's like a supply closet and he like leads her in there. So she goes in, but like we were young and this bartender was like quite a lot older. So after like 2-3 minutes, I like pound on the door. I'm like, look, this is like not a good idea. And they were just like kissing, but she was like, yeah, thank you for getting me out of there, because he was kind of like creepy and he didn't speak any English. But yeah, that's like the first type of thing that I feel like all girls have when they're on vacation. They definitely meet like some hot, like if you're in Italy, hot Italian bartender. If you're Greece, or some hot Greek bartender, us in Spain. So yeah, that's like the first type of guy you will meet on vacation, and girls will probably flock after. The night progresses. It starts to get busier and busier at Pasha, and we meet our second group of guys, the bachelor party. So we are just sitting there minding our own business, and there's this group of British guys that come over, older, like in their 30s, and they I'm gonna try to insert pictures if I can, like blurring people's faces, but so I'll see. But we're like hitting it off with them, and like two of the guys tell us that they're plastic surgeons. So we were like literally dumb 17-year-olds. We're like, oh my god, do we need a nose job? Do we need lip fillers? So this guy is like being super smooth, like he's like, oh, turn around, like let me look at your nose. And he was like, no, like you're so beautiful, like this and that. Cringe. So we start talking, and he's like, yeah, no, we're from London, and we're here on the for a bachelor party. So like one of his friends was getting married, the guy I was talking to. I'm just gonna say his name because no one's ever gonna find this, but his name was Mabs. And so me and Mabs are talking, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, how old are you? I'm like, 18. And he's like, wow, really? Like, what brings you to Ibiza? So we're like, oh, just the girls' weekend, even though we were there with my freaking parents. And we're like leaning at the bar, and he like kisses me, and of course all of his bachelor party buddies like go crazy, start cheering. And they like want us around all night and stuff like that. So yeah, that was like the next group of guys that we met. But we were like, you know, we're playing the field. We're not here to just be like the entertainment for the bachelor party. They have strippers for that. Especially because like my best friend wasn't interested in any of like them. But yeah, I feel like this is common, especially when you go to like party places. If you're in the US, if you go to like Vegas or New Orleans, or if you're in Europe and you go to places like Ibiza or Mallorca, you always have like that token bachelor or bachelorette party group, and like they're fun to party with, but they're also pretty intense. So that was the second group of guys we met. The third group of guys we met, or the guy that we met, was the DJ. So me and my best friend, we used to be party girls. Pretty heavy party girls. And like we were young, we looked good. And at Pasha, we went back inside after we ditched the bachelor party bros. And we like are kind of hanging out by the VIP area. There's like a VIP area upstairs, and then there's like a dance floor downstairs. For a while we were like dancing on the dance floor, and then we were kind of just like hanging out by the stairs, you know, trying to see like, hey, can someone get us free alcohol? Like, can we get to a table? And we get invited over to a table. So apparently the table we were at was a DJ's table. He was DJing that night. He was one of the like lesser known guys who was DJing, but he invited us over to their table. We got free shots, free drinks. There was like a super sweet girl there who was like hanging out with us. I have like a video of us like dancing with her, and like the DJ was smitten with my friend. He was like, tomorrow I'm having a pool party, villa, like come, like please. And we're like, oh yeah, well, sure. Like we were like, yeah, sure, we'll come to your beach party. No intention of us going to their like villa party. Like how are we going to explain to my parents that we're ditching them to go to some DJ's villa party? And he just kept like trying to be so cool with his like bottles of alcohol, his really nice watch, and he's like, yeah, like I'm a DJ. And he was like, he wasn't huge, but he was famous, I guess, so that was pretty cool. But I feel like this always happens on vacation. Girls, you know, especially party girls, you'll try to like get on a table, and there will be someone trying to like flex how successful or rich they are. So it's definitely like a common thing that happens on vacation. We did not kiss the DJ or any of his entourage, but we did have a really fun night up in VIP, and they like, we ended up exchanging numbers, but we never went to the to the house party. But yeah, I think it's like kind of a good way. I mean, it's kind of sneaky of girls, but it's like kind of a good way to get free alcohol. Just like be safe, don't get yourself into any sketchy situations. Like we were lucky that they were like really nice gentlemen, but there were also guys out there who were like, oh, I bought you alcohol, like now you have to sleep with me, which obviously you don't have to do, but you know, just like make sure you're safe in these types of situations. But I feel like it's so common to meet the guys that are like, I'm the DJ, I'm the finance bro, I have the table. You know the types. So around 5 a.m. I think we went home. We had a really good first night at Pasha. We like felt badass. We were 17, Ibiza, going out, one of the best clubs in the world. So yeah, so second night rolls around, and we went out to dinner at Buddha Bar, and we wanted to have like a chiller night because this was Friday night, and on Saturday night we were going to another club, to Amnesia. So we were like, okay, you know, we're gonna have a chill night, went to Buddha Bar, and then we went into the like Ibiza town, and my parents went to go grab ice cream, and we were like, okay, let's just grab one drink, you know, at the harbor, there's a bunch of like little touristy bars. So the next group of guys we met were the Hometown Hotties. I've really thought of these nicknames for this episode, so I'm pretty proud. And so we were sitting just at a table, the two of us. We both ordered a cocktail, Sex on the Beach. That was like the only thing we drank when we were 17. And so we were just sitting there, like minding our own business, and we're talking Dutch because me and her are both Dutch. And suddenly, like behind us, these two guys were like, "Hey, are you also Dutch?" And we were like, yeah, like, you know that thing on vacation when you like recognize someone because they speak the same language as you? Well, it was that. Like, I feel like that happens to so many people. If you speak a different language than English, like if you're speaking something on vacation somewhere, they're like, oh my god, like you're Italian too, you're American too, like stuff like that. Like you'll connect. So we asked them to like join our table. They were definitely older than us. Like one of the guys told us he was 40 and we were 17, and one of the guys was like 30. So they were good friends, and they like had, one of their families had a house here, and they were there for the weekend. So we like, you know, had like a nice talk with them, but like just more, you know, friendly, like didn't really mean anything. And the younger guy, I'm gonna call him Mike, I'm just gonna say his name, and he was like, hey, like, what are you guys doing tomorrow? We're like, oh, we're going to Amnesia. He's like, oh, I really want to go out, but like his friends like that he was there with were all older, so they didn't really want to go out. So he was like, yeah, give me your number, then like then maybe I can come out. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, he was a nice guy, we had a really nice conversation, so it was pretty fun. So then we ended up leaving, like we ended up going back to the hotel. We had like a chill night. So the next day, we have like a cool beach day during the day. Like during the day we had so much fun, like on the beach, like beach clubs, it was great. This is about my going out experiences there, I guess. So at night we went to, we're starting to get ready, so we were texting Mike, the Dutch guy. So we were like, yeah, like, hey, you should totally come out, like it would be really fun. And he's like, yeah, no, I really want to, but like I have no place to sleep. So we're like, what? And he's like, yeah, no, like all my friends are like, they're gonna be mad at me if I like come home late or something, so can I just crash on your couch? And we were like, oh, we have a hotel room, we don't have a couch. Our hotel room did have a couch, but we told him we don't have a couch. So we continued the conversation, we're like, just come, like you'll figure out somewhere to sleep, like it'll be fine. And so we're trying to like convince him to come, so we come out with us, not to come, and we take a picture of us like looking really hot in like our dresses in the mirror. I'll insert the picture here. And I basically, like, in the background of the picture you can see the couch. So he texts me and he's like, you said you didn't have a couch. So it was like such an embarrassing moment. It was like, ugh, we just like had this whole thing about how like we wanted him to come out but we didn't have a couch, and then we sent a picture of the couch. He ended up not coming out. So that was our hometown hotties that nothing really ever happened with. But you know, I feel like it's still a big thing about vacation. Like if you meet someone that's from like the same place, you automatically click. Now we're getting to the last group of guys that we met on vacation, and this is the locals. So we were at Amnesia, and you have to imagine like Ibiza has their season from April to October, but like September and April are like still kind of off season. Like it's really not busy at all. So really, like when we got to Amnesia, it wasn't that busy either. And there were a lot of locals there, which like in the summer doesn't really happen. So I met this guy named Ivan. I am also just gonna say his name, and I was like, oh, I thought he was so cute. So we're like talking, we're like hitting it off, you know, dancing. And he's with his friend, but like his friend, again, this is like the sucky thing on vacation when you're two people. Like you also always meet like two guys, but like always one of them isn't attractive. But you know, as girls, you take one for the team. So my friend, she was like talking to that guy, and he was like, yeah, like my guy Ivan was like, oh yeah, like they need to hook up, then we can hook up. So I'm like trying to make that happen. Like my best friend is like, oh, seriously. But she took one for the team, she kissed him so that I could kiss my guy, and he like gave me his number, and I was like in love. I was like, oh my god, summer romance. I feel like a general theme in these Fella Fridays is that I think I'm in love like every time I meet a new guy. So yeah, we are like kissing, and like I don't know what was wrong with me. I was just like a little 17-year-old hoe. I'm gonna insert the picture. I'm gonna hate myself for doing this, but like you can even see like my dress is like falling off my shoulder. We're like kissing in the club. Like it is so embarrassing. Anyway, it happens, you know, being young and dumb. So yeah, that's like something else. And like you feel like you're so cool because you're hanging out with the locals where you're from. He was like speaking Spanish to me, but the next day he like gave me his number, and I was like, oh, you should come to the pool next day. We were leaving the next day, but I was like, I want to see him again in the morning. He's like, yeah, I'll come to your hotel, like fine. So I text him, and turns out he'd given me a fake number. I was like so mad. I was like, what? Like I really liked this guy and he gave me a fake number. So that's a thing for locals as well. I think they like to hook up with a lot of tourists, but don't believe that it's true love, guys. So yeah, those are the guys that me and my friend met when we were in Ibiza. These are some of the guys you meet on vacation. Vacation is super fun for just like flings or like meeting different types of guys, or girls if that's what you're into. But it was a really fun vacation, but definitely memorable. Probably embarrassed myself with a bunch of these stories, but I thought it would be fun to share. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon with another video, and next Friday with another Fellow Friday. Bye!